All right, we're good to go. What up, people?
Hey, everybody.
It's human beings being human, people peopling. We are back to react to full-length LPs, a full-length album. Today, we have a special treat for y'all and for my pops and for me. We're going to listen to some certified classics, certified bangers. The first thing that's on our docket today is an album called Cilvia Demo by Isaiah Rashad.
I vaguely know of the name, never heard of the album title.
That's cool. That's what we here for. Isaiah Rashad is a TDE artist. He signed to Top Dog Entertainment along with Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, a bunch of famous people that you also do know and probably don't know.
Okay.
But he was their new budding star. This is his, what's it called? Debut album. He sent it to Top Dog as a demo.
Okay.
Top Dog liked it so much he just put it out.
As
so
is.
This is
Okay.
So this is
Impressive.
basically him. He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So yeah, that's
Didn't know they had rappers in Chattanooga.
He's the first one. He definitely is Tennessee's greatest pride and joy.
Okay.
They love him over there. And me and all my friends love him. I will say this album is the most me an album has ever felt like.
Really?
Yes. Easily. What he talks about and just being his age and what he's gone through and what he feels and how he feels it and how he puts it together. This album got me through freshman year of college, 2014. It was a guy saying I randomly downloaded it too.
Really?
Yeah, it was just random happenstance. Didn't know who he was, anything. They gave us these iTunes gift cards for $100 and we could buy stuff. So I just bought an album and it happened to be this one. And it's like one of my favorite albums of all time.
How old is he?
Now he's like, I think 30, 31.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard you talk about him. For
That's
him to
crazy.
have been that influential.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people I don't talk about.
Okay.
But,
yeah, true that.
I've seen him in concert 3 times.
Maybe that's how I heard his name that you were going to see. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
He's cool people.
Looking forward to it then.
So yeah. We're just gonna dive right into it. Is there anything I need to say? Anything I want to say? Not really. The first song is called Hereditary. Could you open that up? 0223. 2203, zeros, threes, and zeros.
Yeah, it works.
All right, now feel free, if you start vibing with it and you need to put the lyrics down, like just don't get caught too reading. Try to feel the vibe or the
Show some love.
Yeah, you ain't gotta show love. It's just that you gotta capture the vibe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all music, movies, and all that kind of thing, it's like a practice of empathy. Like even if the characters we watching or whatever on a movie, we was watching some dumb stuff the other day. That kid, he wasn't a particularly good actor and he wasn't having particularly nuanced feelings, but it's a practice that like I can be there with him in those scary moments. We're watching something called 2 Sentence Horror Story on Netflix, and they have some weird horror stories. Check it out if you want to, or if you don't want to, it's cool too.
Okay.
My daddy taught me how to drink my pain away. My daddy taught me how to lead somebody. My daddy taught me how to smoke my load and go. My daddy taught me you don't need nobody. No. I ain't thinking about it more. I've been sipping on the Henny. You were looking for the wrong one. I ain't thinking about your love. I've been shitting on you, feeling. You were looking for the wrong one. That's Hereditary by Isaiah Rashad.
Okay. Isaiah Rashad. Obviously, I like the beat. I like the vibe that way.
What does it feel like? What colors? What do you visualize?
Uplifting vibe, but it seems like from a lyrical point of view, he's got a lot of stuff that may be painful, that may be kind of weighty, may have taken him off his path or whatever. But if he's happy with the knowledge, then I guess it's a good vibe.
I like the vibe too. I like the vibe, but to me it doesn't feel like uplifting. To me it feels like a drunken stupor or like a fog, and he's like in that fog. That's what about like.
That's what I'm saying. Drunken stupor. You don't really care about much, but maybe not uplifting, but it seems comfortable.
Comforting.
comforting. I could get that, but it did seem like it was nice little, juice to it, which allowed me to kind of, I wasn't down in my feelings. I was kind of upbeat. So the comforting part of it was the upbeat part of the vibe for me.
Yeah, I feel that. And like a lot of people listening to this at the time, definitely like a lot of like stoners, young kids, and all this kind of stuff. So this is the intro to the album. So it's definitely like a shout out to like all the people keeping it real, all the little kids that want to be like the people keeping it real, and him just really expressing where he's at. At this moment, he definitely is coming off to me when I think about the lyrics as a person that is going through life faded with blinders on, almost. Like he's telling this girl or telling whoever's in his life, it's like, I ain't thinking about your love. I've been shitting on your feelings.
Right,
you are loving on the wrong one.
Right.
And like I don't care. Like I'm slow dancing on this bottle over here. I'm taking my time. I'm in my element right now, and I'm about to spit to these niggas. But like y'all trying to do that later. Like it's not the time for that. It's not the chapter to love me. This is not the chapter where I realize that.
Right. And he may grow because whatever it is, but this is where he is. Yeah, okay, this is what he does.
And it's hereditary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Family tree.
It's his
he
family
learned
tree.
it all from his papa type deal. So this is the next song called Webby Flow.
Let me get to that one, okay.
My dick, I know it. Yeah. South, I know you. Like, baby, can you suck it on my dick? I know it's big enough. Rhyme with a nigga from the south, I know you feel the rush. Fucking with a nigga, bitches rarely ever get the touch. Better feel privileged, catch a nigga, you can hit the dust.
Always had Trace, always had James. In that duplex, hit a suplex. Fuck a crew neck, sported solo. Up in recess, never regress. Georgia peaches, grab a cheek ass. Such a slut bag, baby nut rag. Never cuff that, love a hook rat. Where this pussy at? Brittany had me going on this whole side. I never go back, I never hear the raw again. Fucking with the law again. Flipping your burger high as a bitch, but I'm cool. I think I'm blessed now. I only stress about the stress now. Since I'm fresh now, pull that motherfucking dress down. Dress down, dress down. And I'm gonna testify, girl.
I heard that you serving all that pussy, what's it going for? I heard that you serving all that pussy, what's it going for? I heard that you serving all that pussy, I heard that you serving all that pussy, what's it going for? I heard that you serving all that pussy, what's it going for? I heard that you serving all that pussy, what's it going for?
I heard that you serving all that pussy. That's Webby Flow. You're like.
Okay.
You're like.
And that's let me go back to make sure I know what the title is again. Webby Flow.
Webby Flow.
You like.
You like.
Yeah. He submitted this demo. Did they have to do anything at all to it? Or they went as was? They have to do anything with the beats, with the add-ins?
The story is now stories get embellished for the sake of whatever. But the story is he submitted this as the best he could do, and they liked it, and they just released it. He had some of these songs released previously, like on SoundCloud, just under his own account. Okay. So this is probably the actual mix that him and his friends. And
Mr. Carmack is one of his boys. It's produced by Mr. Carmack. Okay.
Yeah, all of his stuff is produced by his homies.
Okay.
They call their collective The House.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
In this, you got some more to say?
No, I want to hear what you got to say about it.
In this song, I want you to pay particular attention to the way he paints pictures with so few words. He's a master of really packing a lot in a little bit. So when you get to this part of the flow, that was last place.
Never last place. Never had breaks.
Pop a transmission. Always had faith. So he's just describing his background. But in these 3 to 4 word sentences that are painting you a whole kind of picture. He was a bad little kid, always chasing after girls since the 1st grade. You know what I'm saying? He never had brakes. He never stopped doing that. But he also was in a ar when he grew up that didn't have good brakes on it. And then he has his car troubles. He pop a transmission. But throughout all this stuff in his life, always had faith. Always had faith that he was on the right path.
He'd be able to deliver that demo.
Exactly. And it all comes together. So even though we're talking about all these different things, it's still the same dude. And he's trying to paint the picture that he's just like any other dude. So think about me and my friends, 18, 17 years old, listening to something like this. He's talking about being high at work, flipping burgers.
Right.
Like I was you. I was in your position. I remember what it was like to be in a hoopty, to be in a broke down car, to be always trying to chase girls, trying to get some, all this kind of stuff. I was y'all. And look at where I'm at now, kind of deal.
Okay. So I get that more so now. So he's saying that you live your life, and whatever the life is, you live the life, and I guess you chronicle it. I mean, from the standpoint, if you choose to be a rapper, I mean, you could be, you could be a novelist, you could be whatever.
I think everybody chronicling their life in some way.
Now, would anybody at all think that there's some misogyny there at all?
Of course.
Okay.
But it's like about what's it called? At this point, we talked about this in previous video, like showing girls' asses in music videos. It's gotten to a point where it's now like it's a part of the vernacular. Like when people are being a rapper, it's not like they're playing a role in some sort and trying to put their twist on it. So you understand, like, I am consuming. This is what the world is having us consume. This is what the world is. I'm putting a mirror up to like what we think is cool, and this is my spin on it. But also it would imply that the artist is saying it's cool too, unless they're just kind of selling out to the commercialism. Cool. Okay, cool. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, like the culture decides what's cool. Like I can say, yo, this isn't cool, but if the culture tells like this is cool, them smoking cigarettes. Yeah. It's in movies, it's in all this kind of stuff. It's cool to smoke cigarettes.
It was more cool when it was more cool. Now it's not
probably
as cool.
More cool now. It depends, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're a poser and you smoke cigarettes and be looking cool, then you're whack.
Right.
But if you really have a cigarette habit and you like, no matter what anybody says, I'm doing me. You know, this person has a little bit of character.
Will while I'm rolling up. Hopefully she old enough to purchase that liquor what I need from the store. She understands her selection, advance her affection, and fears my rejection. Never needing a hoe. I got plans to be that nigga. I know you met him as a child. He gave you 10 bones. Don't sweat it, don't wow. Be cool for a minute. 93 till be cool for an image. The hunk soul, the rapper goes rapping those rapid woes up. I glanced at that little grown man at her front door. He looking at me like I looked at Pops when he come for. My mama as a toddler, I was selfish. This ain't nothing new. I can spit a couple 22s if I want to. I save it for the tour, the allure of the gap tooth, rap tooth, the shape of sun. I always knew he'll make him something. He got schemes and smoke green and make him son, take him son. Sometimes I be getting higher than a bitch. Smoking on my lows, put the fire to the spliff. What up?
And this is called Demo Lyrics. Did he send in this? Or he's in everything?
It's in everything.
Okay, cool. I like the intro. I mean, obviously, making love. Yeah, that was Pete. And the transition was nice. And he's 30 some odd now. So this was like 6-7 years ago.
He was
20s, mid 20s. Okay. All right, good deal. Yeah. I'm still sensing a mindset, a particular way of life, which is, like you say, what it is. I liked it was kind of funny, Natty Caddy. Hey, not Natty Caddy, not that at all. That was funny, okay? As he moved through it, there's a lot of little stuff they threw out there. And you're right, he does kind of have some rhythmic nature to him and how he's saying what he's saying.
I like, once again, the pictures that he paints are so vivid for me, because it's something that, at least in my generation, come in contact with all the time. When he talks about he hoped that the girl he with is old enough to purchase that liquor that he need from the store, because he understands her the reflection, because she fears his rejection, because he is always saying he never needs a hoe, right? But that's his hoe kind of deal. And it's like relationships based on that, where like girls be wanting guys that
don't want them,
that don't value having a woman,
right?
But they
could very well be without them.
But that makes them
even
desirable,
more, right?
You know what I'm saying? And so just even painting that tried and true stereotype so vividly, because he's lived it, and he puts her in a situation in the rap song where you can see it play out, and you're like, yeah, I know a guy like that. Or I've been a guy like that. Or I've been in a situation where I was in a relationship with a girl like me way more than I like her, and possibly because of the fear of losing me, kind of deal.
Right.
He does another time, and this one I ain't never experienced this. He talked about this girl he want to try to hit. She got a kid,
right.
And so when he come to the door, he see this little grown man in the front door, and he says it reminds him of him when he used to see his pop come through for his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of all that, after painting that picture, taking us back, he says, I was selfish. This won't nothing new.
Okay.
Like, I went in there and I hit his mom's or whatever, and I dipped out kind of deal. And just these cycles repeating. And it's all leading back to this hereditary nature of everything.
Now, what's his presentation? I mean, is he...
He's a nigga.
I mean...
I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
Like, in the truest sense of the word, like...
He got gold teeth?
Now.
Okay.
Not always.
So he's become
Imagine
more...
somebody
he's
drinking
become,
a 40.
He's become more. At
Imagine
40,
somebody drinking
okay.
a 40.
Okay. Talking that talk.
Smoking a blunt. Playing some video games with his homies.
Okay.
Trying to get with girls.
Okay.
Just
all right.
That guy.
Okay. So a nigga in and of itself has a certain attraction to it for a bevy of babes.
Everybody want to be a nigga.
Okay.
White people
Even
want
white
to be
people
niggas.
niggas. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Because
Okay.
you know what's the coolest thing?
Tell me.
Being a nigga.
Being a nigga.
It's
Okay.
the coolest thing.
Everybody can't do it though.
Every nigga is a star.
Okay.
Who said that? You know.
Not
every nigga is a star.
That's what they say. You're not talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, that's not Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No. Yeah, everybody is a star.
Pretty sure that's
everybody is a star, but not every nigga. They may have thought that.
There's a song. I think it's
every nigga's
George
a star.
Clinton, maybe.
Okay, so this is R.I.P. Kevin Miller.
You're R.I.P. Kevin Miller.
Okay.
Weed and money, I live for bitches. We live for weed and money, I live for bitches and blunts. We live for weed and money, I live for bitches and blunts. We live for weed and money, I live for bitches and blunts.
If I die today, bitch, my legacy is straight. I'm the best they never heard. I'm your brother, just relate. I need diamond teeth, living like it's 1998. Like when Percy was the king, back when Juvie was that play. Bitch, this stupid is the bait. Betting taught me how to pimp. Like one day you hit and gone, then watch out with down the shrimp. I've been riding out since I thought my Huffy was the shit. Chattanooga pull the sharks, don't you slip and lose a limb. Bitch, I'm back with the one and break it back. Uchi Wanda, this the set, this that motherfucking pack. Who designed it, this the one? How you make it out of chat? Who can fire? I'm the prince. It was written in the book. Jeremiah, I got dreams, I got bitches, I got hooks. You can buy them fresh and clean. As they go, you had me hooked. As a child, used to think my ambition was a scheme. I defy them, you could too. If you get up on your ass, fucking try it, I'm a slave. I'm just trying to make the top fall low. I swear my eye be bloody red, but bitch, I feel amazing. And this is not a confrontation, that's an understatement. See, this is running in your house or where your mama staying. You spinning doors, you on some pussy, you ain't concentrating. Just wake up.
Okay.
That's R.I.P. Kevin Miller. One of my favorite songs on the album.
Okay. So y'all live for bitches and blunts. We live for weed and money.
There's a difference.
Is he trying to say that he don't need the bitches because he got the bitches automatically?
Probably because the bitches come when you have the weed and the money.
Okay, so you get that.
Yeah.
That
it's automatically thrown in there. Like when you doing this for the girls, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like it's ignorance, but it's truly.
Mm-hmm.
He truly captured ignorance.
Oh, he's speaking to what is.
But not even like speaking to what he is or it is, because he's a person that crafted this thing, and he just took pieces from his life and other people's life.
Right.
But in reality, the artistic perspective of it is that he's trying to capture the feeling of ignorance, of young, youthful ignorance.
But does he actually understand the ignorant nature
genius.
of it all, or is he just still spitting out what it is? What it
Nah,
is?
so you can tell he's self-aware in the rhyme.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's there. So when he says, all right, now if I die today, my legacy is straight. I'm the best they never heard. I'm your brother, just relate. Like what I'm spitting right now, you know somebody like this. Like, I'm capturing what this thing is.
Right.
Relate to it. Then he goes into it. Like he mentions, Chad was down in Shrimp. I've been riding out since I thought my Huffy was the shit. Chad is a part of UGK.
Okay.
They're a famous rap group. Dirty South, like pimping, like truly Meeks in the wintertime. Hoes always following their cars kind of deal. Like big lavish, like he's capturing that feeling for you, like bottling it up. And he's like, bro, I've been this way since I thought my Huffy was Chad's limo. You know what I'm saying? Without old heads creating shame around stuff, it wouldn't be considered ignorant. Without young people being ignorant or unaware of the stuff, it wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All this stuff, what they think, what the young kids like, for example, the young kids nowadays, I teach kids, it's all about pill popping. They're doing all these opiates, all these different kind of drugs. I ain't never been doing pills and something crazy like that. When I see that, I'm like, that's crackhead behavior. Like, that's bad. But when I hear these songs, there's a song called Strawberry Pills by Young Thug and Lil Uzi Vert. It is one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my entire life. The energy and the ignorance in it, I will mosh pit at a concert. When this song played at the concerts, everybody's jumping up and down and losing their minds. It's ignorant. When you hear that Strawberry Pills song, you lose your mind because it's the point of it kind of deal.
Okay.
People are going to these concerts to experience the feeling of what they think, a lot of white people, what they think is being black. Being black is being ignorant. It's be able to do dumb stuff. That's what they think. Right?
Okay. I mean, I get that. I truly get that. Yeah. And I think that, and this kind of shows the generational divide, which is me kind of stepping over there trying to fill the ignorance. Okay?
You were never ignorant? You ever done ignorant things?
I've done a lot of ignorant things.
Oh, yeah. You just got to tap into that part of yourself. It's not like a step over. All these UGK, Outkast, like all this stuff, when a kid grows up listening to this kind of music, this is the kind of dreams they have. This is what they dream of being. This is what they are capturing. This is what they want to be a part of. This kind of life. And it's the same stuff it's the same life that Outkast is describing. Same life that Andre 3000 is going about. Same life that and they just attack it from different angles. Their own personal one that they might be more affiliated with, but everybody's talking about the same exact thing. And they planting these seeds in these people. And he's showing off how much he's a student of the game. Like this isn't just ignorance for the sake of ignorance. This is learned, studied ignorance. I'm giving you like drugs. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just a person freestyling into the mic saying, I'm empty inside. Like that's what a kid showed me a song the other day by Juice WRLD. It's a rapper that died. He overdosed on pills. And he was playing this song. He was like, yo, I really like this song, Wes. Like it makes me feel so many feelings. So he plays the song, and the chorus is literally like, I feel empty, I feel empty, I feel
over and
empty.
over.
Sometimes I wanna overdose. Like that's basically how the song goes. And I'm sitting here, and he's like, yeah, man, that was so like emotional. And I was like, bro, like, no, he sounded like numb because he was on pills and stuff. Like that's not like you might feel that way, but like that says a lot about you, kid. Like nah, it's just then I played him a song about this dude who was basically trauma dumping on the track, and he listened to it, and he was like, I didn't even understand what he was saying, but I could feel it. Like he felt hurt, and I was like, that's the difference. You gotta feel your emotions.
So numb is numb, and feeling is a little bit more of a kick to the system.
Yeah,
a joke to the
feel
system.
like this, get you jumping at the concert. Bright lights and turn me to a monster. All right, we back. Human beings being human, people peopling. The next song is called Ronnie Drake featuring SZA. You ever heard of SZA?
No, I have
She's
not.
a singer for TDE as well. She's their biggest act now that Kendrick has left.
Get out.
She has, I believe her album Control is, I want to say it's like super platinum. I don't know how many times. I don't think it's diamond quite yet. Yeah, it's called CTRL, like on the computer. It's really good. Like she's a fabulous singer, and she does a lot of songs with Isaiah Rashad. This is one.
Very good. Looking forward to that if she can sing.
So don't call me a nigga unless you call me my nigga. I'm a king OE, be slipping, falling from my chalice. It's so youthful. But if you die today, I hope you finding some relief or what a great escape. We still dodging from police when we make a plate. They lying searching in my bucket with the straightest face. It could be 88. Sometimes I wonder why we kill us, why they killing us. I think we only wear a grill because they grilling us, or how they feeling us. Gotta look real and tough, gotta keep your hands in the cart. Know you stealing stuff. Came a long way from a boat and an auction. Now we got names in a vote, in a coffin. Ain't shit changed but the coast. We adopted little black children. You can call me that nigga.
I got love for my niggas, my killers, my dealers, my trickers, my bros.
That's Ronnie Drake by SZA and Isaiah Rashad.
So he's that nigga, huh? He is that nigga.
Man, hey, it's definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it transforms throughout the song. He starts off first bar, don't call me a nigga unless you call me my nigga.
Right.
It's good, my nigga. Like, it's a love kind of deal.
Right.
And as he's been painting this caricature, this portrait of niggas, he's letting you know, like, yo, I know what I'm doing. This is me spilling vices. I know what I'm spitting and all this kind of stuff, but I'm doing it for this purpose. And then he brings it to the second verse where he's saying, like, you know, sometimes I wonder why we killers, why they killing us. Sometimes I think we only wear a grill because they grilling us. You gotta look real and tough. You gotta keep your hands in this car. You know, they stealing stuff. So he recognizes all this culture that we call cool is a manifestation and a reaction to the reality of the situation, that the way that we're looked at in general. And that awareness is all throughout this song. Moving on to the next song, this is called West Savannah, featuring SZA as well.
Okay.
Push me to the side. I fell in love with something greater than debate and suicide. Least we fell in love. Real love, love, love,
Real love.
Just talking about young love.
Yeah, talks about a lot, everything really. But yeah, nah, I see the young love.
Yeah, I mean, at least we fell in love. He never thought about life, living or dying. But here we are. Can we survive this? Can we get to love? And it seemed like at least I fell in love as opposed to debating suicide. So there seemed to have been something that he found that was greater than nothing. It was something. There was some substance there, but love seemed to be kind of a part of that piece.
I always think with the love songs, somebody gave me a tip one time. If you want to write a love song, just write a song for yourself and like how you want yourself to be loved or how you love yourself. And it will automatically be it'll be the same thing. It will sound the same to the person that you want to love, kind of deal. So I think this is in both ways, the love that he has for a person, but also like for himself.
For himself, okay.
Like the fact that he's here living his life because he likes himself. Like, I want to be here for you, West. I want to be here for you, Isaiah. And at least we fell in love with something greater than debating suicide. Like that. Like, this song is one of the, like, sometimes it gets me emotional. It's so nice. The way they layer their voices. SZA's the whole time in the background saying the exact same words as him.
And then AB Soul. AB Soul. Ab Soul.
Oh,
I said AB Soul, yeah.
Ab Soul, yeah. He got a little what's it
on
called?
The vocals too, right?
Ad-libs out in this thing, but him and SZA, the way their voices blend just sounds so beautiful. And it's so beautiful, but also like pained, you know? The beat does a beautiful job as the background for all of that. I'm trying to think any particular lyrics that come to mind.
Well, it says here in the readout, Rashad flexes his emotional muscles by crafting a romantic relatable tragedy that leaves listeners wishing this track lasted longer than a mere 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
And when he says like that, I travel for you, I battle for you, because I love to call your name. The way he can be talking about a lover, himself. And even the listener.
Okay.
Like I did all this in my life. I put all of this on a wax just for you, so you can enjoy this song. And every time you play this song, hope you enjoy it. Just because.
Okay.
That connection with the fan.
Okay.
Moving on to the next track. He says F all that mushy gushy stuff, and we get some bars.
Soliloquy.
I left my daddy around 97. He was lazy, couldn't hit the ground but making babies. I'm crazy. Smoke a bouquet, copy from my niggas pushing daisies like a romance. Don't push a nigga buttons like a program. If the body's in the cul-de-sac, follow me to Carter's back. Sipping on that cognac and that Jim Jones. Watch a movie like damn that Vince Vaughn is a funny cat. Fred Clausen and Kelly up in your closet. Belly full of smog against Siggy's just make me nauseous. Wonder how the fuck you let a nigga make you cautious. But you jamming out the fucking Maryland and Ozzy shit. Ponzi scheme selling everybody dream. Killer like your neighbor, I'm as nice as everybody seems. And all these fair loners, and ain't no forewarning, came warming, I'm just Vietnam. If you gon' be tripping like a bitch, you should be a mom. See your son.
He did cover quite a bit.
Bars, bro, bars. So he does all this painting pictures, and then he said, "Wait. I'm a wordsmith. I'm a southern word. I could bar y'all out. Whole thing filled with bars, bro.
Watch movies like Damn That Vince Vaughn is a funny cat.
He's a funny cat. And got the humor in there. You know what I'm saying? He's covering
Breaking
a lot.
Bad. Walter White.
My brother serving Walter White. I hope he ain't caught with that possession like a poltergeist.
Yeah, that was nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I'm as nice as everybody seems. I'm a killer like your neighbor. I'm as nice as everybody seems. Yeah, and the whole song, like we can go on. I'm gonna just point out a few more that really. The fact he starts with what a bar to start with. I left my daddy around 97.
Not his daddy.
He was lazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He couldn't hit the grind, but making babies, I'm crazy. Like, bro, I got more in it than my pops did. Smoking bouquets, copying for my niggas pushing daisies like a romance. You push the daisy to the girl when you go to the door. Same time, people dead, so he's smoking in their memory. Expertly coordinated on the track. And then to go with the theme that we was talking about previously,
right.
It's capturing the ignorance, right? I'm tough as Conan. This the art of like what? Wait, hold up.
Barbarian.
I've been on the Jaeger for a Dager. Watch me slow dance. Tough as Conan. It's the art of barbarian. So like I'm crafting what it's like to be in this ignorant kind of space.
Okay.
It just shows more of that awareness. You know
And
what
I'm finessing like I'm Timmy Duncan.
Win you something. Yeah, bro.
Immaculate. This scatter rapping, no passing my blunt.
And that's what he's just scattering it out. There's
Okay.
bars everywhere, all the connections. Anything else I wanted to? I love the last look. If you're gonna be tripping like a bitch, you should be a mom.
Well, thank God for a shooter, and thank God for the leader, and thank hard for a message. Blank all on pedestrians. What are you believing? We're tranquil for a Brutus, hey, and hard road for a Caesar. Hey, well, who came from the heavens? They killed for a blessing. They gon' do the Jesus. And thank God for the shooters. Them hard streets make a militant man. Fuck a bitch, be as real as you can. Our education, they tend to say we killers again. But I'd rather get us living a chance. I'm getting patience. But thank God for a shooter. Yeah. And thank God for the leader. And thank God for a message. Blank all on pedestrians. What are you believing? We're tranquil for a Brutus. And hard road for a Caesar. And who came from the heavens? They killed for a blessing. They gon' do the Jesus. And thank God for the shooters. Thank God for the shooters.
Okay.
Very pensive song right there.
It is. Tranquility. I like the verse about Brutus and Caesar.
Yeah.
Kill for a blessing. They're gonna do it to Jesus. Thank God for the shooters.
Really sets up the black man as like what figure are we playing in this story that these people are trying to put on us? All this kind of baggage they put on black people. Are we Brutus? Because if we are, we don't do enough. We're not stabbing people in the back. You know, we're not out here trying to push the revolution every day kind of deal. We're very tranquil for a Brutus. At the same time, if we're the Caesar of the story, you're making it damn hard for people to come up and have success. For all of us to be united, or for all of us to have our character arcs be completed. Something's just not making sense. And in all this, he's trying to find peace, that tranquility, that piece of peace. I love how the beat in the back, like it feels like the piano keys are dancing around as the beat changes up between the choruses and whatnot. I think that's really cool. It's a very tranquil, peaceful beat.
I would like to know I mean, and it sounds like, as you say, that legend has it that he came with this already complete. It's good stuff, and I'm saying just from the standpoint of the quality, it's impressive that he came out with that quality. If this is his demo being sent out, and they say, "Oh,
some of his earlier work also has a similar sound and like the same kind of production quality. His stuff now is like production quality wise, like this is like good. Like,
this
amazing.
is debut. What has he done since this? I mean, how many more has he done? Since?
2 more albums. One came out called.
Both dope?
Yeah, they're both dope.
Okay.
I would consider both of them. If not now, there will be classics at some point.
Okay.
It's a really cool guy, but his production value has skyrocketed since being signed and having a budget and all that kind of stuff. So different whole vibes. Some of these lines I want to point out before we move on. Going back to, so he talked about like his depression, kind of like how hard life is, but I'd rather get his living a chance. I'm getting patience. I wonder if the world is gonna see us as just niggas.
Right.
They treat lyrics like I hold triggers, like I make the difference. So like we talked about when we're listening to these songs, some people will be like, "Yo, that's too much profanity. That's too much ignorance. That's what are you preaching?" And it's like this isn't. I'm not the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm just representing I'm making people look at what's going on for what it is.
Societal ills. I mean, they exist. It is what it is from the standpoint of how people see each other.
And then even I love the self-reflection, how introspective he is when he talks about like, I wonder if my son gonna trust me after the song so ugly about his moms. I ain't mean to see the world so crummy. Going back to those previous songs where he was talking about leaving his son, just seeing his mama being selfish in that aspect and all that kind of stuff, bringing all that full circle. Like he's so aware of how effed up the situation is and why we're in the situations that we're in. So I just love that self-awareness being a thread throughout. Moving on to the next song, we got Menthol featuring a singer called Jane Doe.
Jane Doe.
Yeah, it's a dope name, man.
Yeah.
Seen her live too.
Really?
Yeah.
Jane Doe.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, she's so fuckable, and she got the mint dog. And told you brought the trees and turned my trousers to cement drawers. Sleeping on couches, only vouchers is my in-laws. He sold 10 ounces, one verse is like an 8-ball. Look, I seen it crystal clear. I seen the pistol near. Seen it cocked back and knock gaps like it's senior year. These niggas think I give a fuck. I can drink a beer, read a magazine, hut.
And I wonder if I could call you tomorrow and borrow your heart. See, I've been stressing for a blessing.
I've been trying to chill out though.
One that would send me up,
I ain't gonna find myself a little bit.
send me a part.
You cut your hair is about as short as your temper. The prescription for dementia starts slipping in elixirs, make it hard to remember. As I recall it with your heart in a blender. Drink spike and still chillin', put your life on ice and sing like me. The actions of us lacking the passion, but they righteous from pussy upon the tongue to calling to him a son. Thought the remedy was ballin', I'm falling, darling, I'm done. Finna be a workaholic, an alcoholic, a son. I'm just calling back.
And I wonder if I could call you tomorrow.
A little vibe right there.
There's a nice little vibe. So the menthol is the satisfying the craving. I mean, being able to get that release, that stressing.
Yeah, you getting the themes. Look at you, thematically in tune. Yeah, nah, definitely.
I've been stressing for a blessing, the one that would set me apart.
I got all my problems, but I don't have no weed. They say money will solve it, and I say no, not me. Even if I had all the money in the world, it still wouldn't solve the problems I got inside my soul. I love the second verse of that song a lot. You cut your hairs about as short. Like, he's describing the situation with his baby mamas. Baby mama at the time. From
Sick
pussy.
like me.
Yeah, from pussy upon the tongue to calling to hear my son. I thought the remedy was balling. I'm falling, darling. I'm done from to be a worker. Like, just the way the words bounce off his tongue and really painting the picture. Like, bro, I used to make love to this woman. I used to love you, and now I'm just calling you just so I can hear my son speak. Like, this is the distance that has been created from me thinking that I can go out here and be a rapper and do and have success and it's gonna make everything better. Nah.
And I'm finna be a workaholic, an alcoholic, or something.
I'm just calling. And then when he said, I'm just calling, it goes into the chorus again. And don't you say I
Had
had
a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
And wonder if I call you tomorrow and borrow your heart, since I've been stressing for a blessing, the one that would set me apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
craziness.
Okay.
And this is coming off the Tranquility track, so he there's moments of peace, but then he dips back into sliding into whatever he be on, and he be on some stuff. That man, he went to rehab recently. He was an alcoholic, on all kinds of crazy stuff.
You like that Jaeger?
Yeah,
Bro.
it's actually the first song I heard by him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Modest, I be in interview. Some niggas hating cause I play it like I had no clue that I'm the greatest. Tory, come sit up on this dick. I see you waiting, need a baby, come. I'm too young and wild to be the savior. But niggas rarely give you what you need. Bitch, I came here right here with the bounce. And if that ain't enough, I got some weed. Yeah. Quiet, I be in living room, cause niggas shaded with my knee alone. I sing her a song, she masturbating and bring me along. She got something to say like Larry David, but I leave alone. Oh, I gotta go, I got a baby stuck in Babylon. Bitch, I came here right here with the bounce. And if that ain't enough, I got some weed. Yeah.
Modest.
The read for it on this track, there's a more aggressive Isaiah rapping at the same time as a regular toned Isaiah. By the second verse, it seems that the more aggressive Isaiah has taken over.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. I love that blend too, because equal parts, you can sing along to this track just saying it, or you can get hyped with it. And that's beautiful. Like at a concert, it goes crazy. But when you listen to it with your homies and you're just sitting around, it's also chill.
Yeah.
He
Now that is special to be able to have that. Because I'm saying live, you want to go wild, and sometimes you just can't jump around the house. You don't feel like jumping around the house, but it lets you do that too. Yeah, okay.
Both options.
That's
really
cool.
lets you tap in. And yeah, that whole song, there's some slick bars in there, but pretty much, he's just summarizing the fact that like, I know what I'm doing on all these songs. I know what I'm creating. I know how nice I am, and people mad because I'm playing it modest. I'm pretending like I don't know that I'm really doing something special here.
Yeah.
And he continues to do that. He continues to act like he doesn't know what he's doing.
But you can if you listen. I mean, as you say, he has a thread, but he also comes back around and lets you know that he knows.
This is over their heads entirely. They don't even know what he's talking about in the first place with like painting the picture of being a nigga, let alone it being this thing that there's like so many levels to it, and really not like 3 levels. But most people are not even accessing the first level. They need that I'm empty, I feel it. Like that's where they're at. And so I just feel not upset. It's like you want to reach the kids, and this reached me and in my formative years, my adolescence, me being 17, 18 years old or whatever. But like the stuff that's reaching the kids now is not that it isn't good and doesn't have merit, but it's so simple. It's just a different era of people.
So this does cause you to think if you don't think, and if you are a thinker, then it kind of resonates even more so with you.
And if you're not thinking at all, at least back in the day, especially like if you're doing drugs and
Right.
something like this.
Yes.
It's a lot of stuff happening to stimulate you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you,
You're gonna vibe to it in some
what
way.
he's saying,
I'm
yeah.
getting you at some point. Next song is one of the best songs on the album. It's called Heavenly Father.
Okay. Let me get there.
You got it.
I am there.
Yeah. Now everybody telling me a lie. Lord, they give me something for my soul. See, I don't wanna think of suicide, so please don't take the lucky on my door. See, I've been tired of fucking all these girls, and I've been tired of spending all my dough. And if I get my story to the world, I wonder if they book me for a show. See,
Heavenly Father, why you so far away?
look, now I'm praying that I make it 25. Davey called the doctor for my health. And know it's kinda hard to say the drugs, cause I've been having problems with myself. And I've been asking questions, what is love? And they don't give me answers, just a check. And they don't know my issues as a child, cause I was busy cutting on myself. Hey, I smoke too much, the problems of a 20-something. I drink too often, there's liquor pouring from the faucet. You would assume for following the tunes that I'm doomed to die young, addicted to dry plump. These bitches ain't shit, and pussy is my greatest vice. I love smoking weed, I hate advice. I know some niggas that talk good, the wise men from a long line of bitch made and bridesmen. You never had nothing but fucking dreams, you just caught up in the hype. The fashion is so it seems, the limelight. I know that I rhyme tight, no need for your 2 cents and burning your blueprints. These people think I really give a fuck about the shit they give a fuck about. Just need a moment of silence, just close your fucking mouth. Infatuated with violence, gun in my fucking mouth. So you don't know that I'm serious, know what I'm talking about. They souls was never in it like.
Great little ditty right there.
It was, yeah. I like the flow of that altogether. And he's obviously dealing with a lot of the pain and suffering,
Definitely.
that he goes through. But questioning things and knowing that people are questioning him. Okay, and but he's trying to still strike a balance. It seems. Okay, he don't really care, but he wants to be here. And maybe earlier he talked about loving himself. I like the piece. I think that he was saying, if I tell my life story with people, kind of book a show. That's what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is where he gets the most honest, or just where he's at, and that like, it's not like he's really in it, just ignorant, and he's
Right.
not like made it out of through the muck yet. He's in this where most people are, which is just on the edge of am I making the best decisions for myself all the time? Sometimes I'm not, sometimes I am, and I'm aware of it all.
And very aware of what it is that consumes him. Okay, and trying not to let it be all consuming, or just riding that flow, but still having some gauge, some awareness.
And this was speaking to the point we were talking about on the last track. Everybody telling me a lie. Lordy, give me something for my soul. I don't want to think it's suicide. So when I hear those lyrics, I think of there you go. They stole the story and they tell it wrong and glorify the horror and the wealth and all that kind of stuff. When he says that, I think about all these people that are making popular mainstream music and how it glorifies violence and killing and drugs and consumption and all these empty feelings. And it's like people that everybody's lying to us. Everybody's lying to me is the way he was feeling. And he's like, bro, I need something for my soul. I need music like this, something that touches on a real experience. You can still capture the ills of the world while also giving some perspective on it. While also putting your soul in it. You know what I'm saying?
And when I heard that piece, I thought about what we said so far as, being a nigger, doing what you're doing, and understanding where you are, But I kind of felt that he was saying that even he does that too.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
Justice is done, but there still has to be some refuge, and I think that's something that sometimes you don't quite know, because when you're locked into a particular cycle, you know, where's your refuge? Where's your stopping point, or take a break point that allows you to still be able to be in it, produce it, and not be consumed by it.
And then I think he definitely uses weed as that point of reference all the time in a couple of different songs. The verse at the end, like, people will go word for word. Everybody will know the lyrics to the whole song and that whole part at the end. But that basically sums up where he's at entirely. I smoke too much. The problems of a 20-something. I drink too often. You would assume from following these tunes, I'm doomed to die young.
Right.
You know?
Well, I like the vibe. I mean, I like the way he flows, and he is kind of mixing and matching, or going through the spectrum. Yeah, he's riding it, and he's been able to show us different parts of things.
It's beautiful because he's capturing what it means to be a human being.
Okay.
Like both sides of everything.
Now what's from the standpoint of you mentioned earlier too about the awareness of how life is and whatever. He's talking to a lot of different people, but is there a great depression that exists that has people thinking about not being here? I mean, as opposed to fighting, they don't want to fight. He mentioned suicide. He mentioned all kinds of things with regards to.
Yeah, I learned this in a sociology class. It's something called. Let me not butcher it. I think it's called like enemy or something like that. Let me look it up. Enemy, also spelled enemy in society, is a condition of instability resulting from a breakdown of standards and values, or from a lack of purpose or ideals. We very much live in a society now where our generation lacks purpose. Like y'all growing up, Lyndon B. Johnson, the Great Society, the generation for that, World War II, there was something to fight for, something to do. You're working towards some goal. Now we're sitting here with the most technologically advanced society that's ever existed on this planet, we think. And we have all these capabilities to literally reach for the stars and do all these great things. And we are playing in the mud with ourselves and constantly vomiting on each other, basically, in the way that we are dealing with our culture and the way that we are passing around resources and all this kind of stuff. And when you live in a society like that, where it doesn't everybody's dream now is to be a YouTuber or to be a rapper or to be a singer. Like society is giving us these pictures and fulfilling these images, but if people don't have that, they lack a lot of purpose. Even if they're doing their job, they have a job that pays them well, it doesn't give them a sense of purpose in life.
Is it that the current generation or the newer generations are being presented with a lot of fait accompli? I mean, stuff has already been done.
The powers that be are holding us back in a lot of different ways. Because people have ideas, people have a way they want society to go, but what society has been has to crumble and be built on the back of that. The same way I was teaching a class today, and one of my kids was talking about the American Revolution and why they went away from Great Britain. Yeah. And we're talking about all these different things, and my kid kept bringing up, it's like, yo, this sounds like right now. And I'm like, yeah, like when a government doesn't work for people and it's moving to the interest or moving against the interest of the popular whatever, we're supposed to, based on John Locke's social contract theory, us agreeing to be governed, we're supposed to not let that happen. We're supposed to break that down and create something new from it. And we've been at that point for a little while now. But we're so comfortable, like we have AC. Like just little things like that make life so comfortable that people are okay with being subservient to a system, even if they don't agree with that system. It's like, no, if we don't agree with the system, we're supposed to get rid of it.
But let me ask you this. From the standpoint of those who don't agree with the system, are they more the younger generation who have tapped into that awareness of being subservient and not having a chance to explore? Is it that generation, or is everybody being duped?
Everybody's being duped, but some people aren't aware of it simply because they're out of touch. Old people are out of touch. Like the reason we shouldn't have people running our country in any form of fashion that are 70, 75, 80 years old. It doesn't make any, you don't know what life is like anymore. Your whole perception of the way you grew up as a person is gone. Life is not, you can't go to college and work a summer job and have an education. And all these people like, you just pull yourself up. No matter how much somebody try to pull themselves up, if you working at McDonald's and you put in 60 hours a week or some crazy type numbers, you will not make a livable wage in 90% of states.
True.
And you'll be a harder working person than anybody else that's doing whatever they're doing.
Until you quit.
Then what
Because
happens?
no, I'm saying when you quit, because the bottom line is at some point in time it's self-defeating. Because you're working so hard, nothing changes. You can't afford the rent, you can't afford this, you still got a side hustle. So a lot of things kind of kick in to make you still less.
That brings it back to the point you brought up before. Is there this creeping feeling of people wanting to give up and enemy.
Okay.
Like that's societally going on.
Okay. Deep thoughts.
Shout out sociology. Great class. Next song is called Banana.
Okay. So he seems to have a thing for sex and weed, right?
Yeah, most men do. Well, not weed. Some men do weed. But men and sex, man.
But that sounds
Most common vice of all time.
But
Oldest profession.
sex is but you said, and you what you say? Maybe not weed. Did you say maybe not weed? Okay, good deal. All right.
And some people drink.
Okay.
Some people do cocaine. Some people drink lean.
I heard about that. So banana.
I gotta kind of sing it. Yo, now ever since I was young, had a gift for the tongue. This shit might open the door. It might open the door. Fruit for the young, honeycomb for some. 22 put piff in a boat. And I was been in the corners, I box in the sauna. I been focused, getting closer to ghosts. And I be slipping a bit, probably slipping a bitch. I ain't really into tipping the hole. See, my brother got way, my sister at home. When I get straight, my sister getting flown. Sleep. I'm rolling that up, I don't sleep. I'm running for bucks, don't tweet. You fucking with us, I won't eat. Start stomping your feet, I need that. Depending on all of your feedback. Come out to my show and come feed that. Can't go back to selling at retail. My daddy left me with no details. Came back with a bitch and a stepson. I guess he forgot that he left some. He must have been saving the best bump. She screaming out, give me the rest, huh? Pearl necklace, I empty my left nut. Most niggas can't fuck with my worst shit. I'm scribing my living with curses. Just wait till I get this shit perfect. Yeah.
Cause we are the young and zealous. There's nowhere to go. Stuck on the high.
That's Banana.
They were doing a lot of coughing, man.
Yeah, from the smoking.
Uh,
Keep talking.
I like it. Yeah, I mean, I like the way that he puts his music together and the support of the flow of the messaging. I'm very impressed if still. I mean, it really doesn't really matter. But I'm very impressed if this was the house putting this together, and setting it out.
Like there's parts of it is very not polished. It feels like, and it helps the theme of the album. That is does have those rough edges that you can hear every grating little part of his voice. That like all the stuff isn't blended so perfectly, so you can hear two distinct voices when he's rapping, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It definitely helps with the theme,
which is an attraction. Yeah, I mean, I think that works. So that definitely
sounds
has
dirty.
Yeah, but it has value to it because it's more like, damn, he's good, but he's just doing what he's doing. Yeah. Okay, just
he just walked up to the mic.
Yeah.
They put it in.
And look, and while he's doing what he's doing,
coughing.
But while he's doing what he's doing, in your mind, you're hearing the soundtrack, you're hearing the backdrop, you're hearing all that too while he's doing what he's doing.
It's coming in and out. Yeah. It's blending with his as his voice. I feel like his voice is moving around the track in moments and all that kind of stuff. They do a really good job with it. Really good job cutting that up. And yeah, that track is just the energy track for me. He gets off
energy
his
for you. That was energy.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of energy, especially on that second verse.
Okay.
Like when you sing along to it, it's visceral.
Right.
He delivers that with a lot of a jarring nature. Yeah, the same thing he's been on. This track he's focusing. The second verse talking about his daddy. Then he goes to that anger and aggression. He points it at everybody.
Yeah, oh well, okay.
I come where your mom and your dad live. He must have been saving the best bum. She's not a woman. His mama screaming, "Now give me the rest, son. Pearl Eckles, I'll empty my left nut. Most niggas can't with my worst shit. I'm scribing this whole thing. I'm scribing my living with curses. Just wait till I get this shit perfect." And that sums up the whole album. I'm scribing exactly this living with curses. Just wait till I get good at this shit. I'm not even good. It's my demo.
Well, you know what? Just based on what you're telling me, what we're hearing now, I would be willing to listen to some other stuff from him.
Yeah, man. He nice. Okay. He a nice man. He nice with it. Moving on, we got 2 more tracks left. This one is called Brad Jordan. Brad.
And you have no idea about these. There must be people in his life, or just.
Is Brad Jordan a basketball player? Was he a basketball player?
Not Brad. I don't know Brad Jordan. I remember a guy. I think his name was Michael. A song dedicated to the deep gangster mannerisms, legendary MC Scarface. Scarface. Yeah.
Brad Jordan. I didn't know that was his real name.
Me either.
Motherfucking feel like I'm bad. Chill out on the brand, painted cloud through that motherfucker. Shit stupid shit like that. She was my cousin.
Yo, now it's just me, my nigga Mike D. Getting dough, we was banging out some Master P. On the road, I prefer my word with platinum teeth. Maybe gold, they don't like it when you come direct. Well, fuck, but spotted bold, tell them ho, they better come correct. My mama taught me we no accepting any memberships, no acting losses. I'm South Park grinding, always making trouble, gripping on another level, motherfucker. I feel like dropping classics, like the Rucker, and rappers be too passive. A bunch of buses, I'm on everybody asses. And it's the notice, and I ain't even trying, ho. And did you notice? And it's the standard, fucking bogus, fucking rappers. This is me, my nigga Mike D. Boys in the bus of that OPM on them pussy ass nigga. 2 dope boys, let it go. They don't like it when you come correct.
OPM on them pussy ass nigga.
Let me get a piece, Fago.
Bring them motherfucking frozen through, bitch. I told you.
Hey, the peach, and none, what they call it? The cans, nigga.
No, not the can shit. Not the can shit. Not the can shit.
Bottle, nigga.
Get the bottle from motherfucking right through the Wilcox Tunnel. Bring that bottle right through that peach kind.
Yeah.
That peach kind. Tell that bitch to bring me a strawberry kiwi. Bring me a motherfucking frozen. I need one of those 3-for-1 bags of flaming hot Cheetos. I prefer if you brought the popcorn. If you can't bring the popcorn, bring the motherfucking hot fries. And if you can't bring the hot fries, go ahead and bust that $5 out. Bring me some Mapco chicken, bitch.
Slap down and get some Mapco.
That's like two boys just hanging out.
Yeah, okay. Definitely. He even said at the end, like, I'm not even trying on this one. Like, it's just a homie track.
Yeah.
And did you notice? This is still nice. Like, you're still vibing.
Right.
Kind of deal. So yeah, Brad Jordan, nice little track there. Definitely something you can just put on. It's a chill track. Also has those moments of bounce, those moments of vulgarity that get the people going.
Get the people going, yeah. Mosh pit.
Yeah.
Like, let me ask you this now. Mosh pits occur everywhere, because I always thought, still from my point of view, that mosh pits were more so with the white boys.
Nah, mosh pits occur now. Just
it
depends on the artist and depends on the song.
And the crowd and the peeps, the folks are there.
Like Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Mosh pit. His whole thing is raging. Like this the energy.
And that's the key. The rage thing. The rage was typically not necessarily rap. I mean, rage was kind of trying to bust out of there, but
it was always there.
Okay, but it wasn't overly the
Beastie Boys, people like that. People have always been like rap has always been like a energetic genre.
True that. But I'm saying, it's still me not being a part of today, where I always associate. When I saw mosh pits, it was like even the metalheads, stuff like that. With people
that's a whole
different world. But that's just what I
And when they mosh, it's a whole different little action.
But I know you told me about doing mosh pits, so that let me know that Negroes do it too.
Yeah, we love it. It's a great time. This is the last song on the album. It's called "Shot You Down." He originally released it by himself, just his verse. But then when he got signed to TDE and this album came out, they added TDE signees J Rock and Schoolboy Q to it. Both of them probably spit some of the best verses of their entire career. All of them spit some of the best verses of their entire career on this track. It's one of the best tracks, probably the best track on the whole thing, honestly. And we're gonna listen to it after I use the bathroom. All right. So we about to listen to "Shot You Down" featuring J-Rock and Schoolboy Q, who I both has also seen in concert. Great time.
AB Soul, right? Not AB Soul.
J-Rock. And Ab-Soul was at the concert with J-Rock and Schoolboy Q and Kendrick before Kendrick blew up. And I saw them all together. Okay. And then they brought J. Cole out.
Well, the funny was AB. But Ab-Soul, yeah, okay.
It's a lot of letters in TDE.
I take a drag at the square. I feel anxious, bit dangerous, just a verbal appearance. I got the bitches hitting Mikey like where they at. Probably fucking on a friend, probably LA at. Probably plotting on the meal, staying well fed. Bitch, don't run your mouth, we don't play that. Mama told me better. Can't count on niggas, can't count on weather. Go figure, nigga, they ain't worried about this cheddar. Them niggas just skydiving in my propellers, I don't tell them. I ain't trying to be no freshman, I'm chillin'. Cause they'll bring a knife to the fight and not kill them. Me and my niggas is hungry, we willin' to bring the little hoe to the party and make milk. Yeah, I feel like talking my shit. Come in the house acting friendly, you can suck my dick. I'm praying for some good rappers in the Fleetwood. Well, I gotta bring my A game, you just dig us. We don't wanna hear that weak shit, nigga, speak up. Hey, I shot you down, now your brain don't have no conscience. Hey, what you do now? Now I came, I saw, I conquered. Hey, I shot you down, now I bang, blanca. Hey, what you do now? Oh, bitch ass rappers. Hey, I shot you down.
These niggas not Jesus, they ain't gon' die for you. And only time will tell what's gon' lie for you. It's funny, right, what a couple lies will do. But seeing is believing what defines the truth. I keep shooters on the wing when I'm riding through. And if niggas out of bounds, they gon' probably shoot. Blah, blah, cause killing is the hobby. East side niggas, yeah, we known for catching bodies. I used to have a deuce 5 riding on the trolley. On my way to school like, dead nigga, try me. Look, cause where I'm from, I'm a blood on it now. Surrounded by blue water, sharks all around me. Pigs on my ass, hoes trying to drown me. Niggas know I'm up, so these haters wanna down me. Niggas know I'm king, but they don't wanna crown me. It's okay, I ain't about to whine about it. Look, a real nigga for real nigga, now check it. I'm still here, I'm still counting my blessings.
Not a dollar on me, this home invasion of payday. 2-time felon, they jerking me on my pay rate. Slaving all these hours, but couldn't shake them, I rent late. Making 8 an hour, I'm leaning towards my AK. Moms think I'm vicious, don't want me around the kitchen. A living room, bathroom, my bedroom was evicted. Missing from your homeroom, my good grades was crippin' before I even learned the vision. Nigga, I learned the mission. See, I'm from with fiends, scratch that itch, won't hit the lotto when I'm from with fiends. Fix that fix, and not a bottle. When that little nigga that missed that bottle gon' catch a hollow. I maybe even throw him. Pyro. See, the set don't make too many niggas rich that I know. You make the gang bang sell dope, I bet on the foe. Seeing money on ground, my eyes glued to the flow. I double deuce by my toe, see fit, get it and go. Pull up to the block and they call me real nigga. See, I can be a real nigga, but my daughter see me bigger. See her body full of love and yours full of liquor. But you'll always be my nigga, said you'll always be my nigga. I came, I saw, I conquered. Hey, I shot you down, now your brain don't have no conscience. Hey, what you do now? Now I came, I saw, I conquered. Hey, I shot you down, now you bang, blanca. Hey, what you do now? Oh, bitch ass rappers. Hey, I shot you down, oh, hey, what you do? Don't make a sound.
Okay, I like that.
So that shot you down. Yeah. Nah, it's a beautiful track. Like they all telling their stories and everything.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I like that. It reminds me of something I do well. And you know, you come across posers. He got a lot of names for a lot of different groups of the folks. You know, sensitive, hype beast, and all that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But it reminds me somewhat of the game of pool. There's just a lot of folks who think I've come across a lot of folks who think that they got what they got, and then when they come, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. And it's always amazing to me how they could have thought. Okay, they have no conscience. Once they walk away from the ones who really got it, they leave with, wow.
He shot me down.
He shot me down.
He got me. He got me.
I didn't know that level existed.
That's exactly the feeling he's channeling on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure we get this cut off in time. Thank you for joining us. Human beings, being human, and we're peopling over on this side. It's been fun listening to this album, Cilvia demo. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did when I first listened to it. You seem to have a good time.
I had a good time with this. I did. It was. It had me thinking just because of the fact that it was a demo thing. That got my attention to start with, and then to hear the quality of it was still even more impressive. Even getting through the lyrics that I could understand even without reading them, it was all kind of fun. It was not kind of fun. It was fun. And as I said earlier, it would have me want to listen to something post-demo. I mean, since that was his demo, let me hear what he's done since he's got signed and he's
it
all that. It
almost does him a disservice because like his stuff gets more and more refined over time. And one of the draws for me as a person was how dirty this was. So as his music gets cleaner and cleaner, like the next album is a lot cleaner than this. And I think it takes away sometimes from the feeling and the emotion in the same way. It's still great songs. Some of the songs better than songs on here. And he definitely has more like vantage as he goes in life and grows.
As he's grown, yeah. Okay.
But this was like so close to earth.
Okay.
So close to just the dude flipping burgers high at his job at McDonald's or something.
Okay. And having a dream.
Yeah, having a dream. It was beautiful. So yeah, we're gonna check out Peace Out. You say something. No?
I do say something. What is it? Like peace, love, and always power. But I enjoyed it.